Good morning. Now we are going to take the next chapter. In our book, it is chapter number 3. Name is Goodwill, Nature and Valuation. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the meaning of goodwill, nature and characteristics of goodwill, factors affecting value of goodwill, classification of goodwill, need for valuation of goodwill, and last, we will discuss the methods of valuation of goodwill. Practical problems we will be taking in the next video. Here we will only discuss about the names, the total methods which we will be studying according to the syllabus. Now the first slide is meaning of goodwill. Now what does goodwill mean? Goodwill is the reputation of a business which helps it to earn little more profit than the normal businesses with the same amount of investment, and it is because of the satisfied customers which come to the business again and again in future. Okay, so in general usage, goodwill refers to the reputation of a business which enables it to earn relatively more profit as satisfied customers will come again and again in future. For example, we can take Gujarat Nashta Center. No, near our school we have that Gujarat Nashta Center, and next to it there is one more shop. Okay, now you can compare both the shops. In one shop there are more customers, and the shop which is next to it, same location, same product, but still you will find there are less customers. So Gujarat Nashta Center may be earning more profits with the same investment, with the same location, because of its reputation, goodwill. Okay, we can define goodwill in other words. Goodwill is the benefit and advantage of the good name, reputation and connection of a business. It is the attractive force that brings in customers. It is one factor which distinguishes an old establishment from a new business. Even the new businesses have goodwill, and because of this the customers go back to the same business again and again. For a new business it takes a little more time to establish itself and start earning as the old business. Now the next slides discuss about the nature and characteristics of goodwill. Goodwill is an intangible asset. We have already discussed in class 11 tangible assets and intangible assets. Tangible assets are those assets which have physical qualities. Intangible assets do not have physical qualities. We cannot touch, we cannot feel it. Patent, brand name are example of intangible asset. Goodwill is also an intangible asset, but it is not a fictitious asset. Goodwill does have some value. It helps the business to earn more profit for the same investment. Okay, now it is the attractive force which brings the customer back to the same business. It is affected by various elements like location of the business, nature of the business, efficiency of the management, how long the business has been in that area, the quality of the product, regular supply of raw material, contract with suppliers, the government regulation in that particular industry. So there are various variety of elements which affect the goodwill, and the valuation of goodwill is little difficult. There is no one single method which can be applied at the time of valuation of goodwill. It is a subjective thing, depends from person to person how they are using the method and how they are going to value the goodwill of a firm. Now the next point is the factors affecting the value of goodwill. There are various factors which are going to affect the value of goodwill of a firm. One, location of business. If business is located in a marketplace where customers are coming regularly, then the value of goodwill will increase. Nature of business. Now, nature of business, like what type of product they are providing, it is capital goods or finished goods which are consumed by the customers. So the nature of business affects the value of goodwill a lot. Then the management, efficiency of management. If management is good and their reputation between the suppliers, the investors is good, then the value of goodwill will increase. Next point is longevity of business. How long it has been established, how long it has been doing business in the market. Longer the time, more the value of goodwill. Then about the patents and license. If business is having lot of patents in its name and license, in that case the value of goodwill will increase. Next point is quality of product. If the quality of product of the business is good, in that case the goodwill will increase. Next point is degree of competition. If competition is there, then the value of goodwill will be affected. If less competition is there, the business will have good goodwill. Okay. Favorable government regulations, good industrial relations. Okay, these are points. Control over the supply of raw material. If there is good and regular supply of raw material, quality raw material is supplied, then the value of goodwill will increase. Then if the business is doing lot of research work, then its goodwill will increase. Next topic is classification of goodwill. Goodwill is classified into purchased goodwill and self-generated goodwill, or we can call it as non-purchased goodwill. If a new business is established and after its owners, partners work hard and create a good reputation for themselves and the business, then the goodwill will be known as self-generated goodwill. Such goodwill is not recorded in the books. Internally generated goodwill, which arise from a number of attributes like efficient management, location of the business, quality of the product, these all will affect the goodwill. Okay, so it is known as self-generated goodwill. Now, purchased goodwill. If goodwill is acquired by paying money, like a already running business is acquired by the business partners, or they are acquiring a brand name and for that they have paid money or money equivalent, then it is known as purchased goodwill. It will be recorded in the books of accounts. Now, what is the need for valuation of goodwill? Okay, the valuation of goodwill is needed with whenever the mutual rights of the partners change. Whenever the partners mutual right change, the relation between the partners change, there is a need for valuation of goodwill. One of the partners who is going to sacrifice, or the partners who are going to sacrifice, will be compensated on the basis of goodwill by the gaining partners, and because of this we have to value the goodwill. The sacrificing partner is compensated by the gaining partner on the basis of goodwill, and because of that we value the goodwills. Now, in these following cases, valuation of goodwill is required. Okay, whenever there is a change in profit sharing ratio among the existing partners, when a new partner is admitted, one of the partners retire or die, when the business is sold to someone else, or two different firms are amalgamated. In these cases we need the valuation of goodwill. Now, methods of valuation of goodwill. The first method is simple average method. Average profit is calculated and based on that the value of goodwill of firm is calculated. Then weighted average method is there, super profit, capital of average profit, capitalization of average profit, and capitalization of super profit. These 5 methods have been given in our book. There can be many more methods, but we will be practicing these 5 types of methods for the valuation of goodwill. In the next class we will learn the valuation of goodwill using some practical questions. Okay.